into it. Welcome back to the program. Nobody's listening. Episode, is it 60? It's 60, right?
Yep.
60. Grandfather of the Beast. What's up, my dude? What you been doing?
We made it.
We did make it.
It's still not, our YouTube channel is not a year old yet. So we can still buy ourselves a cake for that. Oh, dude, we need to say subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, do that.
If you fuck with it, if you don't fuck with it, then don't subscribe. Oh, I said fuck already?
You can say fuck. What do you think this is? What do you think's going on here, bro? You ain't gonna game no algorithm by not saying fuck. They don't care. We talked about this. YouTube has videos of people.
I heard they care.
They post videos of people getting crushed by cars. Okay, they don't care if you say fuck.
That's okay.
So that's
you can't. You just can't yell fuck as you're being crushed by a car.
You're right.
That's all.
Yeah. So if you're getting cut in half, by a circular saw in a construction accident, as long as you don't say fuck.
You gotta be like, cheese on a cracker. Yeah. Gosh darn, this hurts.
Darn it.
Gosh darn, this smart.
This smart.
So it's only evangelical Christians getting slaughtered. That's the only type of slaughter you can show on YouTube.
That's okay. YouTube's like, listen, I know we have thousands of hours of content of the Armenian genocide, but listen, if you say pussy, we're gonna demonetize you. Because that goes against our code of ethics. I'm like,
Isn't that, it's so, when this channel does make money, which I believe it will at some point, it's so crazy that they can just demonetize you because you said pussy.
Dude, yeah, they're the gods. That's the whole thing. That's what everyone hates about YouTube. But then,
right.
I don't know, make your own stupid site. Look at Alex Jones. He got taken off, and then now he's got his own little InfoWars. His base took a hit.
Yeah.
He can't,
I can rig us up a site, dude. I can rig us up our own InfoWars.
Literally so zero
we're good
people.
There.
The barrier of entry for this podcast has to be so remarkably low.
What do you mean?
Like, even on YouTube, we're just two guys. We know that we know the secret truths of the universe, but to a search engine, we're just two white dudes talking. So we gotta.
As long as we talk,
we'll play by their games because they're our gods.
Apparently, the only thing that catches on is when we're gossiping about ruining someone's career.
I know, right?
That's all. They're like, oh, these guys. As long as you're gossiping about someone else's demise in the entertainment industry, that's not exactly even founded. Go crazy, guys. Yeah. We'll throw you in every YouTube search.
They loved it. Yeah, they're right.
They loved it. We should just be a fucking...
Please pontificate on the careers of incredibly successful comedians. Please do that and feed into their fan base. You know why? Because this whole fan base was 12. And that's who watches YouTube videos, bud.
There. No, you're right.
Dude, he might be the ultimate case of your fan base kind of says a lot about... we had talked about that in the past. Does your fan base define you, or what kind of weird paradox is it? Does it reflect?
Who are we talking about? We need to say who we're talking about.
Crystalia.
We're back on Crystalia.
No, we're not back on it because we're not going to do a fucking thing on this. But you get what I'm saying. It was a joke.
Dude, what if we solely focused, our podcast was a podcast about this particular incident in Crystalia's career. Every episode we did, we was like, new developments on the Crystalia case. It's like 2021. Coronavirus has killed everyone. We're still talking about Crystalia fucking children.
Hey, dude, if we brand this correctly, we can get Variety to pay for it and turn it into a true crime podcast. They would pay for it.
Yeah.
We just talk about the fall. They would devote their time to that. That's the state of entertainment journalism now. Is they're like, well, we can't sell ads, so I guess we're gonna do a 10-part documentary series on the time Gallagher, touched some chick's butt in the 80s. So that's what we got to do.
We can be the we'll be like the Woodward and Bernstein of cancellations. Of finding the most minor transgressions to blow out of proportion to just end someone's financial situation.
We got a brand. We'll be like the cancel cunts. That's our name, is the cancel cunts. And then that's
no, because we need to be seen as nobility.
Oh, you think? Oh, this is a white knight podcast. Okay, I see what you're. Okay, I got it mixed up. I thought we were just straight TMZ. No, that's good enough.
We're like the Roman Pharaoh, dude.
Okay.
What was his name?
Roman Pharaoh.
Roman Pharaoh.
Yeah. He did some good work. He's pretty critical on the Weinstein thing, obviously, and then a ton of other stories. His work is good, but isn't it kind of weird now that I feel like ever since Hunter S. Thompson, you can just like if you're a journalist, you can just basically just make that shit up on the fly. Like not the facts, but like you don't really have to be held accountable anymore. No one's holding anyone accountable. So like you can just kind of be, you know, it's funny, you see like some podcast and it has like an expert on like someone who's like an Epstein expert. They're like an independent or like a true crime podcast. It's like an online Snopes is for the lack of word. Just if you have access to Snopes, you can write high quality journalism in 2020. It doesn't matter.
Well,
you just post it on some site that's like, you know, casketcarol.com or whatever, and then I don't know, you win a Peabody.
That's true. It's funny if you just have like a URL that's not WordPress, like .wordpress or like .blogspot, you're a credible news source. That's like literally people will post shit on Facebook that's from like fuck12.org or something like, or .org actually means you actually have some credentials. You can't just buy a .org. But it's like .com.
My favorite is when
it's like, oh, yeah, it's the news because it's not WordPress. It's not your buddy's WordPress, so now it's a credible news source. As
long as you just get up that one step. My favorite thing now is like people posting these like Medium articles, you know? Like everybody,
which is just a guy.
It's just some dude. It's fine. It's just like you. It's like your friend on the Facebook timeline who like had a story that's like extra important, and they're like they posted on. They're like, hey, I wrote something up for Medium. No, you just wrote something and they posted it for you for free because you gave them your email and now they'll spam you for 15 years. It wasn't worth it.
But it looks good.
But here,
it looks good.
It looks good.
It looks nice. It looks like a real article. So it's like, oh, ZP got published, man.
Yeah, I got published.
I guess he's writing for this publication called Medium.
For sure.
What? I wonder what strict scrutiny he went under to be able to have this published and what all of his sources checked.
How many layers of ethics and journalism had to be, you know, gone through to get this up on Medium. No, it's like, I mean, I don't know. If you want to write 7,000 words on like why Peyton Manning should be canceled, just fucking post it on Facebook with the rest of that shit. Like, if I don't want to be like an elitist here, but dude, if you ain't getting paid for your journalism, if someone isn't putting trust in you in the form of like compensation to provide like a return on like a story, I'll read it, but it's just probably a rumor to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's no stakes.
There's no stakes. You're not being held accountable. If you don't, that's the whole thing that like people don't think about is that like, I mean, now more than ever, think about it since 2016, journalists are being held more accountable, right or wrong, but people, you know, that whole fan base on the right is just like the media is the enemy of the people. You know what I mean? But at least they got stakes. At least someone's holding them accountable. Then you have to stay in the middle. You have to like, if your audience is only people who clicked on the article to get their own opinion reinforced to them, you're not. That's not journalism. You're just a writer, which is fine. But you're just a writer. Don't call yourself a journalist.
Well, the lines are so blurred now between. It's like and I think the best thing is like there is no. If you want to do like journalism, go look in like statistics books, and even those are messed up because. I mean, even if you think about the actual terminology and nomenclature they use for journalism, when you write something, it's called a story.
Yeah.
It's called a story.
You know, I was reading.
Yeah, it's if it is an account, it's an account in the context of to tell a story that has a protagonist and antagonist. There's no nuance to it. It's just like, you know, Trump fucks his brother. You know, it's just like, and then it's like this is the story we're telling that Trump is engaging in incest. You know, and that's what this is about. It's not like what's going on in the White House. Trump fucked his brother. It's like, oh well, that's part of an account and everything. It's like it's telling a story.
Dude, I'm gonna write a Medium article that says I witnessed Donald Trump fucking his brother like 2 weeks ago, and let's see if we can get it to latch on. You think we can manufacture?
By anonymous.
Yeah, by anonymous. I mean, that's how you know. No, you have to have like a name, like a cool name, like in the 70s, like in Watergate with like Deep Throat, or you know.
Yeah.
Written by. Like,
you need a pseudonym.
Yeah, like Spurned Stew or something like that. You know, something fun. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
But fun, but insidious.
Yeah, a little dirty. You know, a little bit of.
Deep Throat is the best. Deep Throat is the best like mole name. You know,
Oh, for sure.
It was such a good because it's like it's very salacious. And I wonder if Deep Throat came out. He was like Secretary of Defense or something like that. Like in 2008, he like came out and
did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he came out and he exposed himself. But it would be but I'm telling you, man, being a mole would be if I ever get bored enough in life where I want to kill myself, I have no passion or anything. I'm gonna just be
a mole.
I want to be high stakes mole, dude.
Yeah, but
I want to be I want to put myself in so much harm's way.
Yeah.
That's how you live. When you have to lie, I would love it, dude.
Wake up every morning with a piano hanging above your head on a string, that kind of feeling. That just every single day. But the problem is you would have to devote yourself to you don't get to be the high stakes mole unless you've been successful in your own right, because people don't trust you with information. So that's the whole thing. Is that dude with what'd you say, Secretary of the State? Secretary of Defense?
Something like that. Yeah.
That dude spent his whole life. And then at the very end, he's like, I'm gonna turn on Nixon.
Yeah.
That's probably horny as hell.
I think by that time,
that dude was so horny. He was so horny. He named himself Deep Throat. He was like doing spy shit, like dropping off documents.
I don't think you don't get to pick your name. You don't get to pick your name, dude. You don't get to pick your name.
He picked it.
You think so?
He picked it. He's in the Secretary of Defense. I actually have no idea who this guy is, but he picked it. Who's gonna name him? Who picked Deep Throat? And how did it get passed? Was some CIA operative just like, let's go Deep Throat, and he's like throwing it out there hoping no one else like jerks off? Is that what's going on?
No, it was the name of a porno movie that was really popular called Deep Throat at that. Yeah,
I know, but someone had to suggest that name. When they're talking about getting a mole, someone had to be like, all right, so what should the name be? And he's like, Deep Throat. And then
no, I think it was called that they called him that by the media, and it just stuck.
The point is, somebody.
No. You're not going to tell him. You're not going to tell him. Oh, we broke into the Watergate Hotel. And by the way, call me Deep Throat.
Yo, the president has committed treason.
Wait.
But real quick.
Yeah.
In the article, and he like leans back in his trench coat and crosses his arms. He's like, "Call me Deep Throat." Like that's what he's doing.
Like cool.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll give you the information, but you have to call me Deep Throat to the Washington Post or whatever.
He was a horny dude.
Make sure they print the words Deep Throat, or you're not getting any more. I'm not informing anymore.
Yeah. I'm hanging up my coat. I don't know how we got on this.
Have you seen All the President's Men?
No.
It's pretty good, man. It's a good movie, and it's boring. It's like if you like boring movies that are a lot of talking, it's pretty good.
I do.
If you do you like spy movies?
I guess not traditionally. No. I mean, I do.
Okay,
I'll fuck with anything, but it's not what I'm going for. But I can get down with that. Some fast talking movie that your parents watched, when you were a kid. Like they're up watching All the President's Men on Friday night. You're killing people on like the TV in the basement, like that kind of movie. Yeah. It's a grown-up movie.
You started watching like 15 minutes of it, and you're like, I'm just gonna go play Donkey Kong Country in the other room.
Donkey Kong Country is coming back to Nintendo Switch. I found out today. What a reference, bud.
Oh, what really? I'm killing
Announced
it, dude.
Today. I loved some Donkey Kong Country, dude. If Donkey Kong Country had just been a game through 2010s. We would have probably not even gone to Iraq,
Yeah,
but
I think that's fair.
But everything.
If they would have made Diddy Kong Racing for GameCube, I think there'd be peace in the Middle East.
I think that Israel wouldn't be a country anymore. If we had just had Tomb Raider 3. What are you drinking? Wine? Little Chardonnay?
No, it's
apple juice.
No, it's Irish whiskey.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, dude.
You're getting at it.
I'm a baby sipper too. I've been sipping it like constantly. But yeah, dude, I love Irish whiskey. I love Scotch. I just like the taste, man. I wish it didn't fuck me up because I just like the taste.
Very interesting. I mean, I can get down with like a good whiskey, I guess, every now and then. But for the most part, man, if I'm being honest, I'm just going to drink like a White Claw or like Tito's and a LaCroix. I feel like I'm at that point now. I'm like white woman at the mall drunk. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I'm going for. It's just light enough to, not pass out.
TGI Fridays drunk?
TGI Fridays drunk. You drink enough to be able to stay there past the Sprint store closing in the mall, and you get to watch it all shut down.
That is, I want to, you know what? As part of me wishes that I had chosen a simpler life, that I would have just decided to live in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and then like at the end of the night, like gone home after work, and then gone to TGI Fridays like every night in the mall. Watched whatever sporting event was on there, drank myself sick on whatever IPA the one IPA they have, and eat a loaded potato skins. And then like done that every night. I think there's part of me that's like, that could have been a good, I mean, I still could. I'm gonna say when I get to 35, I'm just gonna move back to Indiana, and I'm just gonna let myself go, dude. Yeah. I'm just gonna choose that life, I'm not gonna do anything creative or anything. I'm just gonna go TGI Fridays, walking through a mall drunk on a Thursday at 9 p.m. because they're closing.
You gotta get out because you just had 6, Blue Moons on draft, and it was $7, and now you're fucked up, and you're just like, I guess I gotta take the bus home, but all in all, not a bad night. I'm with you, dude. Yeah. 35. I got a grill this week, and I just forgot. Nice. I forgot. I haven't been able to use a grill. I used to have one when I had some land in Ohio. Here, apartment here, can't really be doing that. I got a grill, and I forgot that a grill is a great part-time replacement for having dreams. I just kind of just stand there and I stare at the sky and I wait for something to happen. And then next thing you know, I'm listening to Garth Brooks or CCR or something. And then I'm just like, wow, 4 hours passed. And then that's the danger of owning a grill. Is I just stood there for like 4 hours and I just let the time pass because there's nothing we can do right now.
You stood there grilling?
Yeah, I just stood there. Not literally 4 hours, but you get the point. I'm making an allegory here. I'm just saying that it's a good replacement for it's a good temporary distraction, is what I'm saying.
Wait, so it was part of your dreams to because I feel like you did kind of step up a bit, and you now have a yard and you have a grill. So I feel like you need to relish the fact that I think you kind of achieved something.
I don't think about that. I got like a little, in the grand scheme of things, I got a little strip of green space on a busy street, which is great in LA. Hey, it's something. Yeah. But, let's be real. I'm paying rent. And I'm in an apartment. It's so weird. We talked about this last week. Like the hierarchy of like living situations, it's so I feel like as I get older, it's like starting to matter to me more. And that's a weird thing to think about. Like all of a sudden I'm like, dude, I want like a house. Like I never really cared. Like I don't know why all of a sudden I've just been on these like fantasies. I'm like, dude, I just want property. I have fantasies about just having property, shitty property somewhere and just driving like a 4-wheeler around. I don't know why maybe it's like the quarantine. Maybe it's because like the city is, going down. I don't know. But this actually leads into, we should just get right into this. We had a conversation. Do you think coronavirus is the end of the big city?
Wait, is this a segment?
I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Do you think coronavirus is the end of the big city?
Yeah, well, this should be a segment. I'm ready. I'll go in on it, but we got to make sure we stay on topic for 10 minutes.
Just go for it, dude. Just work out. This is a conversation. Just let it rip.
I will say, I think it's the end. I think Los Angeles is going to change a lot. I'm not saying it's the end of the big city.
Yeah.
But I am seeing a lot of people taking off.
Yeah.
In droves. I'm seeing a lot of people I work with, people I did improv with. There are a lot of people that are leaving the city. I think it's a lot of the people that were kind of like barely holding on.
Yeah.
Are abandoning the city. So to me, I'm like, because either for one, they're not getting a steady income, or two, their company is letting them work from home, and they're seeing on Instagram you can get a mansion in Texas for $300,000. So they're buying a 4-wheeler and a $300,000 house in Texas and moving there. So I think that's happening. So I'm hoping there's going to be a mass exodus in LA.
I hope so too. We're on the same page about that.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm like, it's so overcrowded here. And I'm ready to be like, I'm ready to feel like an OG Angelino, you know?
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, a lot of people left. A lot of people left back in 2020 with COVID. But like, I'm a true thug, so I couldn't imagine myself living anywhere else. So I stuck around, you know? I'm gonna buy a place in Long Beach, dude. I think I'll
get Long Beach tattooed across my chest, and then
I will too.
Just do that. No, I'm all about it. I'm down for people. I'm down for people leaving. I've only been here a year and a half, so like, who am I to say I'm down for people leaving? But I don't.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's funny to hear about. I bring that up because you just see like it seems like you're seeing more and more celebrities being like, we're moving to Texas. So like, I'm getting the fuck out. Like, okay, wait,
Wait, who are you seeing? What celebrities are you seeing saying I'm moving to Texas?
Just not necessarily Texas, but like you're seeing a trend of
or
like
where?
Aaron Paul owns a giant property in like Idaho, or like Bryan Cranston or Henry Winkler has like a ton of acreage in Montana, I guess is what I'm saying.
Sure.
You're seeing situations like that, but it kind of makes me think though that like it seems like people are so happy to like leave a big city, and some I get that, like in a pandemic maybe not the best place to be in, but it's just funny to think of like celebs mass exiting LA, because LA is the only place that would tolerate those people to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, can you imagine being a super successful person? Like, if you're Dax Shepard, you're not. Let's say you want to. I'm done. He's done with LA. Fuck this place. Have fun hanging out at a Meijer in Knoxville, Tennessee. Have fun when that's like the one thing you can do is hang out at Meijer. Many of us left that behind. And you want to run to it,
Well, and also, like, I feel like I think if they do move to a town where there's a Meijer, I think most of those places, like, they don't celebrate. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. Do you think non-big cities celebrate celebrity like LA does? Because to a degree, I almost feel like Dax Shepard walks into a Meijer and people shit their pants. But if he walks into a Target in LA, people are be like, "Oh, cool, it's Dax Shepard."
Yeah. No,
what are your thoughts on that?
Right. You're right. Like, that's the whole thing. If you go to a tiny little town and you're, I don't know, Willie Nelson, people are gonna start noticing when you show up. If you're, Jeremy Renner shopping at like the Dillards in Flint, Michigan, people are going to be like, what the fuck is this about? But, you can... But I
feel like if you're shopping at the Dillards in Flint, Michigan, people are going to be so... sorry, I'm trying to think of the word. They're going to be so preoccupied with their own poverty that they couldn't give two shits about what celebrity is buying a greeting card next to them,
You'd think so, but, seeing a celebrity is always fun. I don't know if people
maybe
say it doesn't.
Maybe it's a nice
people who like to say it's not fun, even in the slightest bit, are lying. It's always fun.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It always
for
sparks
sure.
a little. I could be going to buy an urn for my dog, and I'm like, oh, dude, that's Wesley Snipes. Fuck yeah, dude, that's what's up. Is Wesley Snipes? Yeah, he's not dead, is he? Oh no.
No.
He's one of those guys you just don't know if he just died at some point. He's alive.
It is a weird thing. He's one of those guys where you're like, where?
He's 5'9".
Like if Wesley Snipes were, if that is always weird.
That was the shocking part.
Yeah. That is weird. Blade, I feel like, because in Blade, you feel like he's this tough guy, but if you were like really seeing
the camera's
the
like
world
a foot
that they
off
create,
the ground.
yeah, that is bizarre.
That's magic.
Yeah, that is true. It is cool.
Baby.
It is.
Either way, we're off track. We're off track.
Oh wait, yeah, we are. I don't think it's the end of the big city. I feel like people are all talk. They're like, oh, I'm gonna move. I'm taking off. It's like, you ain't going nowhere. You're staying in Los Angeles. This is it. Because at the end of it, this is gonna end. Whether it ends in like bodies on the streets, it's gonna end. And if you do survive it, you're gonna want to live near the beach and where it's not fucking cold all the time. So don't act like I'm gonna move to Montana. It's like, no, you're not. You're gonna stay here and wait it out. It's just like a way to be like, hey, look at me. I have this crazy hair up my ass, and like, oh, shut up. You're not going anywhere. You're not buying land in Montana. You're not going anywhere. You're gonna stay in your damn house in WeHo and just shut the fuck up and go to Target and buy shitty meat until this thing is over. It's just the way it
love
is.
It. You're not going anywhere. You're not gonna go to fucking Duluth, Minnesota, and then be pissed when your only option for dinner is fucking Olive Garden every night. You're not doing it. Like, you're totally right. People want to feel like they're ahead of the curve. People want to be like, oh, well, I'm getting out. You know, I'm like, get the fuck out. Shut up. You couldn't live without a weed dispensary now. You need some fucking DJ to sell you a vape cartridge so you can get through your shit job. Like, shut up. Yeah. You're not better than us. Dude, we're right here. We have to talk about this video that I sent you of these people at the protests crying over the earth.
Oh, yeah, we need to do that. Yeah.
This is the greatest. We're playing it right now in the background. You're seeing this. Here's what's happened, dude. Protests have become basically like woke conventions where people are like cornered off into like their own little subsection. And we're not talking about like actual, like when you were like marching, that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about like bigger demonstrations in smaller towns that like didn't exactly like ask for it, you know? Yeah. Like in this situation, there are these people who are dancing for, I don't know, just like aborted babies or whatever. And then over in the corner, there's these people crying over the state of the earth, which I don't know if it's like a joke on Midsummer, like the movie where where a very similar thing was going on, but it feels genuine. It felt genuine when I saw it, and I saw her crying. I was like, oh, dude, she thinks best case scenario, this is like you get like a Jezebel article. Best case scenario.
All right, well, everyone just watched it. To me, it feels genuinely performative.
Oh, for sure.
It feels like
those are some theater majors.
Yes.
Those are theater majors.
Right. So it felt like a very enthusiastic performance. By no means did it feel like real emotion at all.
How do you get to that point, dude? How do you get to that point? How do you get to the point where you think that that's truly... How do you have enough confidence? I don't have enough confidence to like correct people when they get my order wrong in Starbucks. Yeah. Like, how do you have enough confidence to go to a public park and be like over there? How can you be so? Listen, I care about the earth as much as the next person. I really do. It means a lot to me. How can you be crying over the planet when you've seen 2% of it? You know what I mean? Like, there's no shred of legitimacy there. They're crying. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's like it's the woke. It's the woke. Because to me, I'm like, I don't really cry over anything. I cried one tear over my grandfather's funeral, dude. Like, I'm not that emotional. And I think about it, and I'm like, dude, it's like to be weeping, to be like mourning over the potential loss of the earth, whatever. I think it's all woke merit badges is the way you need to see it. It's like it's like your sash of woke merit, and you know what I mean? So it's like, oh, I can flex on you, say that I wept in Central Park over, the drying up of the Ganges. That's my merit badge.
I know. That's the thing I guess I don't understand. It's like, dude, if you're going to go to a public park and cry over the death of the earth, you're not allowed to wear all birds. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Like, can't go. You got to start making your own clothes. You got to live in some kind of weird miniature home type situation, I bet, with like no run. Like, if you can't do one without the other. You know what I mean? If you're going to jump all in, if you're saying, you know what, today's the day, I stopped taking my Lexapro, I'm going to go sob in the park over some people in Sudan that I've never actually met.
But
and I'm too scared to actually go there and do anything because I'm scared.
Right.
But I'm going to go weep for the ashes of the burnt pine trees, you know?
Well, it was a environmental cause that they were weeping over, right?
I don't know. It's just said,
I believe it was.
The thing in the video, there was a sign that said like grief ritual.
Yeah, I think it was some sort of like mourning the death of the earth.
Rest in peace, Earth.
Well, it's also like, I mean, have you seen that? I mean, I feel like it's viral, but it's that clip of the woman just like, no. When Trump got elected, it's this woman. She's like. She's just screaming, and I'm just like, yo, like, I'm trying to think what could happen to me that would invoke that reaction, and I don't think it's anything to be, I just don't think it's anything, man.
You know what it could be? The only thing that has ever come close is the time that I ordered the grilled chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A. And then I was like, that's really the closest I've ever come to that.
But even that, like, if you would have been lamenting your order at Chick-fil-A, you still would have reacted like that. That's such a weird reaction to be like, no, and scream it. Like,
that lady's seen one too many 80s movies and thought that she was going to be the voice of reason in whatever her social setting was there.
Well, I feel like, and I think this is like the problem with a lot of society, is we're just like performing our emotions too much. We're just trying to like, we don't even really, we're not being authentic, and we're allowing no nuance. We're just kind of like acting the way we feel like we should act, you know?
The way that we've been told to act by.
Right. So if
the echo
someone's
chamber
like,
of our phones.
Right. So if someone were to say, for example, to me, they're like, hey, I'm not feeling very emotionally moved by the Black Lives Matter movement, and I'm concerned about that. I'm just not feeling that motivated to do anything or actually make change, and I would like to. You should just be able to accept that and be like, hey, man, well, like, that's cool that you want to change, but it's cool to just say, hey, it's concerning that I have no emotional reaction to, the George Floyd video. And you can say, hey, I'm concerned because everyone seems to be reacting a lot over it, but I'm kind of desensitized to it. If someone says that, most people would be like, you're terrible. No one's going to be, they're just going to. Yeah. So I think there's this level of like, why don't we just talk to each other? Why don't we just try to help each other like understand our own point of views instead of just doing what we think, acting like we think we should act, and like.
No. We need to show the world the errors of its ways. By sobbing uncontrollably, guttural,
I guess so,
pre-womb natal noises.
Yeah.
To show how we've been ripped from the womb of Mother Earth. Like, that's the only way people are gonna find. The reality people don't want to accept, though, is that, like, you're right. Like, it's almost like it's a bad thing to not be like visibly emotional over like these big issues, something like George Floyd. So, but the reality is most people aren't willing to admit that they had a stronger emotional reaction to the ending of The Sopranos than they do to racial injustice.
Yes,
so
that's it. Right.
And if you're in that position, don't try to pretend. Don't try to go out there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just try to be a good person and do actions, but you can't. I know that you wanted to see Tony Soprano killed at the end or whatever your deal is.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen it. I don't think we can pontificate on the ending of The Sopranos.
No, but I know what you mean. I've watched a lot of. Well, my point is, I've gotten very emotional about things that I shouldn't have gotten that emotional about, and not very emotional about things I definitely should have. So, but I'm willing to admit that, and I'm willing to like change and figure out why that is. Instead of being chastised, I think. Why am I crying at the end of The Sopranos? But like, I didn't cry, like, maybe you didn't cry.
Because we missed Tony and we hope he didn't die.
And you were emotionally connected. So yeah, we just gotta talk more and be more understanding, and don't act like don't react in a way. Don't It's so sad to watch someone just like feign emotion. Like,
it is sad. It's actually really pathetic when I see it. I'm like, I feel bad for that person. I'm like, dude, you are so uncomfortable with yourself that you feel like the only way that you can have any value in like the social marketplace is in atonement. Like, it's literally just hoping people see your anger and your grief and learn from that. Like, get real, dude. People are going to Del Taco after that bullshit.
Yeah,
they don't give a fuck,
exactly.
Man. They're getting 2 for $2 cheesy bean burritos, bro. What is the most overrated fast food?
Yeah. My answer to that, and this is gonna sound weird. I kind of have two, but let's go with one. It's not necessarily fast food, but it is a large franchise that I think has some sort of reputation of being charming in a gross way that I think people want to go to it. It's Waffle House, okay? I believe that societally, people believe there is some. If you don't know what Waffle House is, it's a southern franchise, but I mean it goes up like
Who
East
the
Coast.
fuck
I
doesn't
think.
know what? If you don't know what a Waffle House is,
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
that chick crying in the protest video.
You are, and it was weird to me because it was really bad, and it became a joke, and then it came back around to being like charming again, to like think that going to a Waffle House was cool. But if you go, dude, Waffle House has bad food, dude. It has bad service. It's always dirty. It is a filthy place to eat. There is no redeemable charm to it. There is no sort of like, Hooters is really bad too. I think Hooters kind of has that reputation of like, it's the hipster. I know you don't like that word. I don't really care for it either. But it's wouldn't it be funny if we went to a Waffle House?
No,
you know?
100%.
It's the ironic restaurant. It's like, no, it wouldn't be funny because we would be getting a terrible meal cooked by a meth dealer and probably get sick and step and vomit at some point, you know? Like, I think Waffle House is definitely, it's not even highly regarded, but it should be regarded as just don't eat at a Waffle House, you know?
Well, you know, Waffle House barely existed in a pre-COVID world, let alone the post-COVID world. You know what I mean? So you're right. I don't know. Listen, I'm going to stand by Waffle House. I fucks with Waffle House. I think you're right. I think a lot of people go there out of irony, which is an interesting decision. It's weird to pay money to eat food in an ironic way. But but I'm going to go to bat for Waffle House. They kill breakfast. Their eggs are good. Like, their simple breakfast is good. Like, listen, if you're going to go there and try and, like, if you want to go there and get a steak because it's, like, $12 or whatever, like, nobody likes you. You know? But if you're going in there for a cup of coffee and, you know, some eggs, how do you get them scattered, smothered, and...
No, the eggs are bad too. It's all bad. It's all jizzed on, man. It's not even like there's no way you should go in there. No, it's not even a greasy spoon. It's not even. It's not even bad.
The service sucks, you're right, and people romanticize it more than it should be, but it's not that bad, dude. It's breakfast. It's good. It's good breakfast. Where the fuck else are you gonna go? Compared to what? Denny's?
Guy, I'm gonna disagree with you. Well, Denny's is very bad too, but Waffle House,
they're all very bad. That's why it's fast food. You can't rip them because of that. You gotta have a legitimate reason. I think
Waffle House is next level bad.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go the way other direction here. Most overrated fast food. Ready for it? 3, 2, 1. Panera Bread. Panera Bread is the cuntiest restaurant that has ever been created on God's green earth. Panera Bread was created solely to provide a place for people who are college professors in small red state towns who have no outlet for anything. The only place that they can go to drink coffee and read, you know, Chuck Bukowski is Panera Bread. You go in, a fucking sandwich and salad combined is going to be like $25, even if you're in Bisbee, Arizona or LA. It's always going to be $25 for a sandwich and a salad. You're getting bullshit bread that's mass made. Nobody gives a shit. The coffee's weird and watery. It's not really nice, but they charge you a lot more like you're in a nice fancy coffee cafe.
Yeah.
I got no use for it. Fuck Panera.
Yeah, no, I don't like Panera. I don't like Panera either. The thing about Panera was that it's interesting how these restaurant brands, they start they start like, oh, Panera Bread was the hottest restaurant. It was like, oh, you're going to Panera Bread? What are you taking, a girl? What are you going to ask a girl to marry you? It was the place of sophistication, you know? And now it's a joke. And it's interesting to me, I think about what you're saying makes me think there was a time where I really liked Panera Bread and it was a very classy place to eat, and Burger King was like a dirty dump to eat at. Burger Kings are still around. So my question is, who's going to Burger King? I'll look at a Burger King and I'm just like, who's in there right now? Who's going into a Burger King's really bad, dude. Burger King is awful. Panera Bread isn't very good, but Burger King, people are walking into Burger Kings. McDonald's is actually redeemable in the sense that like it's very inexpensive. If you have the McDonald's app, you can get a very affordable meal, and the food isn't like, it's not healthy for you, but you can tell, you're like, okay, somebody made this in a lab to make it taste good. Burger King is like bootleg, more expensive McDonald's. All I want to know is who is inside of a Burger King sitting down and eating chicken fries.
I truly have no idea. They're in there with French toast sticks, dipping them. I don't know what psychopaths in there. I really don't
know.
Burger King lost their way when they started bringing out that creepy king, dude. Ever since then, they haven't been able to recover from that. You know, like when they started doing the ads when he was just like sitting behind like a shed or something, like getting ready to knife somebody or whatever. Yeah. You know, they lost public trust. You know, Chick-fil-A leapfrogged them. They leapfrogged them. You know,
I don't even.
But you're right. I don't know.
I feel like
you know who's inside of Burger King eating? Human trafficking victims, okay? That's who's inside of a Burger King eating.
You think so? That's who's their clientele?
I think that's what's going on.
Well, that's very unfortunate because there are a lot of Burger Kings and they're all still in business. So that's a sad reality.
I don't know what to do with that information. I can't take responsibility for that. It's a joke. But the point being is it's a shady, weird place. If you go into a Burger King to eat nowadays, I just assume you're hiding from someone or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're seeking refuge.
Do you want to give your most underrated? Or do you want to do a most overrated? You pick.
My most overrated are definitely Jimmy John's Panera Bread.
Okay.
In Subway. But most underrated?
Yeah, hit me with the underrated. I have an underrated if you don't have one.
Here's the thing. To be an underrated fast food restaurant, you kind of have to be... It can't be like a medium thing, like a Donato's pizza or some shit like that. That's not what we're talking about. Like ones that like everyone shits on, but for real, if you know what's going on, it's secretly good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
gonna
go with Hardee's, dude. I'm going with Hardee's.
Oh, okay, all right.
Hardee's makes good burgers, and listen, the only people that go there are like sad truckers, but that's who knows a good burger, and
that's true.
Hardee's knows that. All of their locations only exist within 50 feet of a Pilot or Flying J. They're dishing out good burgers. They got good fries too, and it's reasonably priced. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hardee's, man.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one because that one is Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are a joke. They are a joke in the restaurant
do not
world.
Respect them.
They get no love. So it's a shameful dining experience. Mine was Cheesecake Factory. I feel like people make fun of Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory is awesome.
My dude, I went to the Cheesecake Factory at The Grove before this whole thing shut down.
Oh, I love that one.
And if it wasn't the worst meal of my recent memory, dude, it was so bad. I got the chicken. What was it called? The chicken Madeira. It's just.
Oh, dude, that's what my homegirl gets every time.
Dude, it's so bad. And it's like, listen, I'm down for bad food, but I'm not down for bad food that's trying to make you think it's good food. Don't be putting some weird mushroom shit on my chicken when we're next to an arcade. Don't do that. We're a Cheesecake Factory. Give me a 6,000 calorie milkshake and some crispy chicken wontons and like a taco plate. That's what I came here for. Don't be trying to give me some kind of like cordon bleu. We got cooks in the kitchen. No, you don't.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right. Yeah. Well, we'll just we'll agree to disagree. I love Cheesecake Factory. I like chicken Madeira. I also like the sugar-free cheesecake. That's really dope. They also do. Obviously,
I didn't know they had a sugar-free.
They have a sugar-free cheesecake, and the buffalo wings are insane, dude. The buffalo wings
are good.
The wings are good. The wings are hearty.
Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings is bad. The only thing they have good is the sauce. The sauce.
Yeah, the wings are bad, but the sauces are good. You're right about that.
The sauces are good. The wings are bad. Wingstop, the sauces are okay. The wings are big and pretty good. That's the way I see it.
No one can get it totally right, though.
No, it's tough. It's very tough. But the wings at Buffalo Wild Wings are unacceptably small. That's what I'll say.
They're
and very
small
pricey.
And dry. And they're very dry.
Yes. But you can get a pitcher of Miller Lite for $5, which is unheard of.
And you can suck down ranch watching grown men fight each other on a giant TV.
Right.
Win-win.